the question of what the primes are. Do you know what the definition of primes is?
Is it? It's a number that's only divisible by one in itself, I believe.
Exactly, by itself and 1. All right. Why do we include 1?
I thought we didn't include 1.
No, we do as part of the definition.
Is it?
Yeah, you just said it.
No. Okay, the reason I did the reason
divisible only by itself and 1, but dividing by 1 doesn't do anything, right?
I feel like you're gonna tell me it's gonna do something now. Okay. And for some reason he said we don't count 1 as a prime, so I just took that as gospel, literally because I heard it probably about an hour ago.
Sure, but the definition of any prime is being divisible only by itself.
Okay.
And I'm asking, why would we insist that we include the 1 if dividing by 1 doesn't do anything? It seems like meaningless information to attach to your sentence just to make it longer. The 1 has always been a big mystery in math. I mean, if I were to wrap up in a really short paraphrase version of what the question fundamentally still is in math, okay, it's almost parallel to the fundamental questions in physics. It's, what is the grid? What's the space that we're mapping? What is this XY in which all of these rules of math work on? Okay? That hasn't been explained. It's a big, huge mystery and question. And the interesting thing is the grid, we know that there is a grid with the math all working. We know how much levels of math are working. We have plus and minus that are allowed operations, and symmetric multiplication and divide, except for the point 0, everywhere else it works, right? But every other operation we add, we have to make a new exception. Okay, there's an interesting, the grid doesn't allow these operations to be perfectly symmetric everywhere, but they work most places, so we have to make sense of why this math works on this metric. What is the actual metric? Well, some people would like to say, well, if we could find a way to twist the metric so that it's making sense, right, then it would make more sense to make sense of the math. But if you twist a metric, then all of its points are screwed up, right? However, it's been shown that there are ways, interesting ways, to rotate a metric several ways so that its points, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the grid points stay the same, but all the connections in between don't, right? And what operator do we need to do that? The gamma function. All right, kind of see where we're going here? We have a hyperbolic figure 8 knot. We've projected a domain, and pretend we're talking about a universe now that only has 1 of this balance involved, okay? There's nothing else. It's the simplest, just 1 of these, not our actual world that's intersected with many, many of them. Okay, in that balance, let's see, it projects, or if you're only looking at that domain, then that domain is a universe. And what's the balance point? What's the 1? What's the reference frame most natural to that universe? It's the reference frame in the universe that's the most stable, right? That external projection is the middle action of the last boundary. So in the temperature domain, that outer rotation, the middle of it is just the 1. The 1 what? The 1 compared to this system, the 1 of this system. Now, why do we care? Well, because the system is literally defining a 1 that decomposes a very specific ordered way. A geometry of decomposition of 1. That's what the system defines. And if you want to talk about things that are allowed to decompose together uniquely, at minimum they must balance at least with the hyperbolic figure 8 knot.
Whoa, the chat is losing their minds right now. They're going, oh my god, not the gamma, don't twist the metric.